Bridges, they serve as vital transportation links but can also be magnificent feats of engineering, art and architecture too. These bridges showcase the beauty and ingenuity of human design. So, join me for today's video. I'm going to count down the 15 coolest bridges from around the world. Number 15. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge. China's Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, located in Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, is full of natural wonders that draw thousands of visitors a day. From misty forests to towering sandstone pillars, it's even been said that the Tianzi mountain range here inspired the scenery of James Cameron's Avatar. But it's not rock formations or trees that tourists have been clamoring at recently. Instead, they're here for the 400-foot-long, 900-foot-high glass bridge. This bridge, which opened in the summer of 2016, comes as part of a trend in glass suspension structures which leave very little to the imagination as you look down. There's Brave Men's Bridge located in the same natural preserve as the Zhangjiajie Bridge, as well as a swath of other Chinese glass bridges in both urban and natural settings. All of these have been constructed within a decade of each other, each trumping the last in superlatives. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge is currently one of the longest and highest in the world, and it's one of the scariest too. The appeal of these attractions is both the ability to see the natural landscape below one's feet, and the element of fear inherent in walking on such a massive structure made of delicate material. And, if that wasn't enough to terrify you, one of China's other glass walkways cracked under the feet of visitors just 2 weeks after its opening. Though authorities assured the public the crack in the glass was merely superficial and no one was in any danger, it's understandable why people were scared. When the Zhangjiajie Bridge was unveiled, a number of public events were staged to prove the bridge's sturdiness, including driving a car across it and whacking the glass panes with sledgehammers. The bridge withstood the test, but to ensure safety, only 600 to 800 people are allowed to partake in its glass wonder at any given time. Number 14. Millau Viaduct. Thanks to a strange technicality, the Millau Viaduct is the world's tallest bridge, a claim based on the height of the towers, which are taller than the Eiffel Tower. So, at its highest point, the bridge reaches 1,104 feet. The height of the bridge deck itself is only the 17th tallest in the world, yet driving over it still feels like you're literally in the clouds. This cable-stay bridge is on the E11, a popular motorway route between Calais and the French and Spanish Mediterranean coasts. It's 890 feet from the road deck to the valley below, and the views are fantastic when it's not shrouded in clouds, which honestly, is quite often. And even then, how many opportunities do you get to drive through the clouds? The architects managed to create something straight from a fairy tale here. It truly is an architectural marvel. But many of the engineering aspects of the bridge were already worked out before the crew was given the brief to make the bridge look so good. The dream was always there. All they needed was permission. Building the bridge really was a team effort, and the list of famous engineering companies involved can go on for hours. As one might expect, the construction of the Millau Viaduct broke several records, claiming some not-so-exciting titles like Mega Structure Bridge constructed several hundred meters above the ground without any loss of life throughout the 3-year construction period. It did become the highest bridge tower in the world, with the road deck being at 890 feet above the ground. Number 13. The Golden Bridge. Not to be confused with San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge, the Golden Bridge in Hoi An, Vietnam looks like Snakeway come to life. This unique structure, backdropped by beautiful scenery, makes for a stunning sight, as if it was plucked from a fantasy world. The giant hands supporting the bridge symbolize something divine, mythical, or godlike, lifting up humanity into the heavens. The bridge's principal architect, Vu Viet An, has even said the goal of the design was to invoke the sensation of walking along a thread stretching through the hands of God. It looks like they achieved that. Building this footbridge was an engineering challenge in its own right, because then they needed to make sure not to damage the cliff below and make the structure blend in with the forest around it. The hands are supported by frames molded after anatomical structures and covered with decorative fiberglass, and the positioning of each finger was carefully chosen to invoke the desired effect. It's no secret that the construction of the Golden Bridge is part of a $2 billion investment to lure more tourists into the area, which seems to be working tremendously with a bridge this spectacular and such a stunning landscape. In order to make that money back in no time, the amazing Golden Bridge is the newest addition to the Sun World Bana Hills amusement park, 18 miles west of Da Nang. Number 12. Kaju Bridge. Humans have lived along the banks of the Zayanda-Rud River for thousands of years, with the earliest evidence of their settlements dating back over 6 millennia. One of these settlements prospered and eventually became Isfahan, home to the Kaju Bridge, which connects the Kaju and Takht-e Fulad quarters across the Zayanda-Rud River in Iran. The exact date of the bridge's completion isn't recorded, but it is known it was built on top of an older bridge around 1650. The structure consists of 23 stone arches, it's about 430 feet long and nearly 40 feet wide, and it functions as both a bridge and a weir. The sluice gates built under the archways are still used to this day to regulate the flow of the river for irrigation. The upper part of the bridge consists of a large central aisle, originally designed for horse-drawn carts, flanked on either side by a pedestrian walk. The ingenuity and interplay of vaults and inlets provides an intricate pattern through which air cools down, giving pedestrians pleasant temperatures even during the hottest months of the year. Halfway through the bridge is a split pavilion, half looking upstream and the other half looking downstream. And it's recorded that Shah Abbas II once sat in the pavilion to admire the beauty of the river snaking through the city. The Kaju Bridge may be relatively small in stature, but its utility and architecture make it stand out as one of the coolest and most amazing bridges in the world. Number 11. Delmas Bridge is over 1,800 feet long, with 1,420 feet serving as the main deck, and another 380 feet serving as the central lift span. The central section of the bridge remains in one piece, but lifts vertically by 360 feet in order to let tall ships pass underneath. It's a pretty unique bridge that takes the concept of a drawbridge, flips it on its head, and simplifies it substantially. The bridge is being put into place along the Garonne in France to connect the Bastille district of the Bordeaux city center near its wharves with the Machelen district on the right bank of the city. The bridge has been named after a former Bordeaux mayor, Jacques Chaban-Delmas. Work on the project began in September 2009, and construction wrapped up in 2013. A pair of pylons on each side of the drawbridge section stretch over 250 feet high and are supported by concrete bases both 140 feet long, 59 feet wide, and 54 feet high. Each base section weighs around 1.5 tons, so while it may not look like much at first glance, Suckersana Reductor. Porn Dine Sinin, though the giant jury didn't try and scare none. Pretty hefty, the bridge takes 11 minutes to fully lift or lower into place, but can remain closed to traffic for up to 90 minutes in order to let larger vessels pass through. Number 10. Langkawi Sky Bridge. Heading over to Malaysia for the next entry on our list, we have the Langkawi Sky Bridge. This 410-foot-long curved pedestrian cable-stayed bridge in Malaysia was built in 2005. The bridge deck is an incredible 2,170 feet above sea level, at the peak of the main island of the Langkawi archipelago in Kedah. To get to the Langkawi Sky Bridge, you first need to hop on the Langkawi cable car to the top station, where an inclined lift called the Sky Glide takes visitors from the top station down to the bridge. The bridge was closed in July 2012 for maintenance and upgrading. The curved section of the bridge is suspended by 4 pairs of front-stay cables connected to outrigger hanging points located on the ends of the 3 curved 83-foot sections in a semi-fan array from the top of a 275-foot-high single pylon. The curved bridge deck hangs with its center of gravity directly below its point of suspension at the pylon head, and at the top of the deck at an elevation of 2,165 feet above sea level. The pylon is anchored into a concrete pad, set at an elevation of just under 2,000 feet, and its tip reaches 2,250 feet above sea level. It's tilted from the vertical in 2 planes, and stabilized by 2 main backstay cables anchored into opposite hillsides. The 2 ends of the curved bridge deck are connected to 2 triangular viewing platforms on opposite hilltops. In total, the bridge is designed to carry up to 250 people at a time. Just remember, don't look down. Number 9. Capilano Suspension Bridge. Built in 1889 by the Scottish civil engineer George Grant Mackay, the 460-foot Capilano Suspension Bridge was quite a simple contraption, hemp rope and cedar planks. Once the bridge was in place, Mackay's property became popular amongst his friends, who took the name the Capilano Tramps to mark themselves as the adventurous types who would dare to cross the swaying bridge. The crude original version was upgraded to a wire cable bridge in 1903. Then, in 1910, the property was sold, and began changing hands over the years as each subsequent owner built the bridge's reputation as a world-class adventure tourism spot.